Hello folks and welcome back to Glory Hunter. Today we play Hull, who are 15th in the Championship. So what can possibly go wrong? It's the FA Cup and it's now. Hello folks, good to see you. Welcome back. Of course, Hull then to come in the second part of today's video. But let's focus on some Premier League action. Let's talk you through what we've done since we last met. So the last result, as I'm sure you remember it, was a 2-0 defeat to Liverpool. And since then, we lost to Burnley. So it's gone well. We first, though, dealt with HJK in the Europa Conference League. Baku, McAllister and Mudryk on the score sheet in that one. 1-1 against Everton followed at home, Nacho with the goal on 73 minutes. Got us the point. 2-1 win over Crystal Palace. McAllister's penalty on 12 minutes, enough to get us the win before a 4-3 defeat to Burnley. Yeah, not great from us. Wout Weghorst late on with the goal, and Burnley were down to 10 men. I mean, it just gets better, doesn't it? Next up, a 3-2 victory over West Ham United. McAllister again with a winning goal. Mitrovic and Torres with the other goals in the game. And then another 3-2 victory over Brighton. Mitrovic sent Maximin, and this time Mudryk on 81 gets us the goal last minute, and, well, in the later minutes, I should say. And that's enough for the win before a 1-0 defeat to Liverpool, where Curtis Jones gets the winner. So, yeah, I'm not showing you it. You just see it in my face. Just annoyed by it, to be honest. That then brings us Leeds United in the league today, and then Hull in the third round. Look, league table wise, it's looking pretty good for Champions League, or at least Europa League qualification, and that obviously could be important at the end of this season, with things needing to be ticked off the sheet. We've not even seen the sheet yet. I'm not bringing out the graphic until I've actually got something to put on it, rather than just endless levels of disappointment. So, you know, not good. Not an option for that. We didn't put a little box of, are we disappointed? Yes or no? We didn't put that in there. So let's talk then about this game we've got coming up against Leeds. Team-wise for it, we've been sort of playing around a little bit. We're into January now, of course. So Isaac's been subject to all sorts of bids, wanted by all sorts of teams. Lots of loan offers that I don't want to take up, which is getting more annoying as they come in. But team-wise, as you can see, that it's continuing to be a pretty well-oiled machine. They're getting to know each other quite well. We're playing positively. We're looking good when doing so. We just have to, I think there's moments in games where we sort of go a little bit sleepy, and that's been a problem. Conceding goals has been an issue for us in recent games. Again, 4 against Burnley, 2 against West Ham, 2 against Brighton. Yes, of course, you're getting wins in those games, or a couple of them at least, but those defeats aren't quite what we're looking for, especially against the likes of Burnley, who are where in the league table, just reminds me, at 9th. Do you know what? Not that bad. Leeds, though, rooted to the bottom of the table, and I saw this as a good opportunity to beat the bottom of the table side, much like we did against Bournemouth, you know, last season, and then we'll just see how that goes. Team-wise then, Kobo will be in goal, Baku and Target each side of the fullbacks. We've got Torres and Nacho in the middle, still not friends, despite speaking the same language and playing in the same division for years, and now I've come and formed a partnership over at least 20 games, but no, not friends yet. Declan Rice sat just behind them with McAllister and Bruno Guimaraes, Dybala, Mudryk and Mitrovic then leading the line. He's a funny player, is Mitrovic. When he scores, he's classically the classic striker in a way. You're thrilled with him. When he doesn't, you forget he's there, which is sometimes problematic. Let's get into this then. Of course, morale's been kept pretty high in the early part of the season by winning a lot of Europa League games. So Europa Conference League games, I should say, which has made things then pretty helpful for us in the long term. Getting a decent win against Leeds here, again, setting up the first round of the FA Cup. I don't know, I wouldn't call it a banana skin tie, but I hopefully don't want to mess it up. Winning the FA Cup this year is something that I think is really, really possible, because we can probably commit to a little more. Knowing we're not going to win the league title, again, hopefully getting into those Europa League spots for next season. But if we can win the Conference League, we don't have to really worry about our league position. So the FA Cup is, again, something I'm really going to focus on. You can see we're just the point right now behind Chelsea with a game in hand as well to get into 4th spot. So it's Newcastle Leeds. It's a classic tie in the Premier League. And this is what we're here for, these classic ties. I do like Leeds being back in the Premier League, actually. I've always, you know, they belong there for my money. McAllister's to Pau Torres. I'm here for it. There's the ball in. There's the header in. And it's like clockwork, viewers. You've seen it before. You've seen it again. How long will we do this? All right, this has been a great source of goals for us this season. As there you can see, Pau Torres rising above 3 defenders. Yeah, something different about today's video, viewers. I've got headphones in, and I'm sitting down. So just when you thought this series was getting a little bit stale, no. On that as well, by the way, there weren't videos the last 2 days. Don't worry, I've not finished forever. There'll be videos on Saturday and Sunday. Pau Torres scores again, and Monday and Tuesday. So don't worry, we changed where the weekend was in a weird part of the week. I'm sorry about that. And I put this on Twitter as well. I'm moving house, which means I'm doing a lot of phone calls, lots of other little bits and pieces. If you've moved house, you know the stresses of moving house. If you've never moved house, don't go. Don't move. Not worth it. Too stressful. It's Pau Torres about to get a headed hat-trick here. Please, McAllister, do it. There's Pau Torres. He scored a hat-trick of headers in 37 minutes. I'm not saying that, but would you like to see my corner tactic? Of course you would. If you haven't seen this corner tactic, do you know what? I don't know if I created it or if I got it from somewhere. I don't even know. I can't remember. Ultimately, viewers, if it's on that left side, you have McAllister swing it into a big man at the back. Yeah, so if you want to copy that, that's what you do. And on the other side, similar, but in swinging. The important factor in all of this is the player close, because it forces one of the defenders to mark closer. I will say, if you've played Football Manager for the last 2 to 4 years, it's the same as it's always been. So I'm not reinventing the wheel here. But Pau Torres has got a first half hat-trick of headers. Oh, it's definitely broken. The thing is, you've got to use it, though, haven't you? You know, the winter update's out. They could have swapped it around to not make it as easy as that, but here we are. What will be interesting is throughout the series now, of course, Glory Hunter is a series where you do tend to move about a bit. Will I attempt to bring the McAllister Pau Torres combination with me wherever I go? As I enjoyed the fact that Coble dived there, even though he didn't necessarily have to. Still 3-0 though, and a really, really dominant performance. Leeds, as I say, bottom of the table, and you can kind of see why they're offering very little. Then again, so are we, unless it's a set piece and a corner from a very specific spot. Ball played forward by Mudryk is particularly poor. He's been good though, actually. Mudryk's been really, really good and young enough in the save. Again, I mentioned these players that we might take around with us into different places. He's definitely up there for that, as there's Gamares into Rice over towards Mudryk. He's going to get there, I think he is. I've just picked him up, so please do something good, mate. Please, into the penalty area. Can he put it to the edge of the box? Maybe he can. Gamares goes for goal. Oh my goodness me, that would have been something. That would have been lovely, but no, not quite to be. Free kick to Leeds, indirect, towards that back post and headed away. I still do think the breakdown of like this set piece situation, or set pieces generally in Football Manager, is pretty terrible. Everyone is bunched up centrally. No one is in wide positions thinking about it. Like a ball across wide and then across the box is going to be a goal almost every single time, which is what worries me. Unless, of course, Leeds don't know what they're doing. They now win the ball back. And we'll just see how this works out. Formation-wise, my players still aren't quite where they should be. We're getting there. But again, out wide, acres of space because no one's been out there for ages. Played in, Pau Torres. He can't just head viewers. He can volley as well, as Mitrovic was left pretty isolated. Knocked down to Bamford. I'm not sure I can blame that on the set pieces. This will be a goal because he's gone to get the ball and the ball never travels back for a free kick. So if Bamford's confident, we can be sure that it's definitely a goal and it's being awarded. I'm going to get Mitrovic off for Callum Wilson for an extra impetus of speed out on that side. And Dybala has had a very quiet game. It's been set-piece heavy, hasn't it? So we've not seen too much from our attacking players. That shot from Bruno Guimaraes was sort of the only thing we've seen outside of that. Nacho into Bruno, though. Lovely play through ball. We're taking Mitrovic off. Well, now what do we do? Do we keep him on? No, he's got his goal? Or I think Wilson's coming on anyway, regardless. Maximin and Wilson to come on for those two boys out wide. But a lovely goal from Mitrovic. Actually, far happier now. But he's on that booking too. We might as well save him for the big tie against Hull coming up after this. If we don't progress through the FA Cup first round, or third round, but our first round, then what are we doing all season? Pathetic. All right, the time is ticking away. We could make more changes. I forget I have 5 subs, and I never ever use 5. I don't use 1 sub sometimes, but I know I never use 5 subs. As Leeds going for a second goal in the game, Sinisterra. I mean, it was a bit easy for them. And actually, like we talked about it, didn't we, before this game, we conceding too many goals. Like we're having to score 3 or 4 to win matches at the moment, and even that wasn't enough against Burnley. So yeah, we do have to be aware of this. Again, defending there on that side, Declan Rice just sort of let him trundle through. He's not a ball winner by that respect, but I should be doing a little better. XG wise, we've basically won the game because of set pieces being too good. Don't care though. That's the way the cookie crumbles. All right then, into 4th place as well. We lead above Chelsea. Lovely spot to be at the very start of January, of course, as other players might be looking to join us. I don't know if I've been given more money, actually. I haven't seen that. Quite a lot of bids have come in. £7 million to spend. not a great amount of balance to work with. But, you know, we're an energy drink sponsorship away from having loads of money. Should we just ask the board? I don't know what happens with Newcastle. They've given me a new contract recently. So you reckon if I just say increase the transfer budget, do we think they're going to do this? I mean, let's find out together. Torres has scored a hat-trick there. I mean, I'm not really making enough note of that. We've got so much transfer stuff to deal with. I'll deal with it after Hull because that's what matters most to me. McAllister gets an assist bonus. That is the absolute guarantee money. 10 goals, 12 assists. Can't really argue with that, can you? Just to think we lost Paul Dummett, though. I mean, oh, God, that seems a lifetime ago now. Loads of loan offers for Isaac Hayden. I mean, we're here again, viewers. He can go for whatever. Any financial offer in terms of, you know, money, he can go. Not these loan offers. And Cardalo the same. Like, there's an optional future fee. You give me 3 million for him now, Wickham. He's yours. 2.5. I'm going to be very reasonable. Oh, fine. An actual money offer for Isaac Hayden. Go on, off to Greece you go. I do like the fact the saves are quicker. The saving times compared to previous years. I mean, last year they were good, right? But it does make things smoother. So, you know, it's not all bad for Football Manager, is it? It's not all bad. The save times are good. Oh, Chris Wood might be leaving us. There's been offers come in. He's happy to stay, apparently. I didn't realise his contract was so low. I mean, they spent £25 million on him. He was pretty... I got value for money out of Chris Wood. No, I didn't. But it was still good. But Mitrovic has been, you know, everything I wanted him to be. So, sorry, Chris. They've rejected, that's got to be the first time ever. They've rejected the opportunity to increase the transfer budget. What? Jamal Lewis offers, he's my backup left back. I don't want to let him go. You're getting a transfer special here, viewers. I mean, I wasn't expecting this, were you? No, I definitely wasn't. Tell you what, when you sit down, it is a lot more relaxing. When I stand up, I do what I'm unbeaten sitting down. That's not bad, is it? Maybe we could never stand up again. Because if this is the new normal, then you know what, I'm fine with it. I've done thousands of videos sitting down. So I knew what, I've been pretty successful in those saves, in some of the saves. You do get a better view of the background as well, actually. Like I worked hard on putting a tripod on that stand. Do you know what I mean? The irony, who puts a tripod on a stand? A video maker. That's who. Creative. See that? 100,000, that's you. You did that. You should all have a bit of it. Do you know what? If I pass away, we'll break it up into how many people are subscribed. You can all have a piece of it. You know what? You earned that, so have it. Friday today, isn't it? If you're watching, you know, in time. Jack Space back tonight as well with my GTA stuff on Twitch. So we're just chatting now, viewers. Is that all right with you? We don't do enough chatting. Should I do a Q&A soon? Maybe I should do a Q&A. Get to know Dr. Benjy again, because it's been a lot of years. Do you know what? Let's do that. I'm sitting forward for this. Listen, I've got an idea. Get your questions in the comment section and I will do a video, because sometimes I ask Twitter, but no, I'm going to ask the people that are watching regularly. That's you. Any questions you'd like to know about anything that I do in the short term, in the long term, and we'll do a heart-to-heart video coming soon on the channel where I answer the questions. So this is very much comment section. Get involved. That'd be nice. You know, why not? I'll do my best to answer, you know, most of them. We'll do some longer answers. We'll do some quick fire. That'll be fun. All right, then. I've got a choice to make here. It's the FA Cup game, a game we should probably win, right? But do I want to rotate? This is the thing with Glory Hunter. I can afford to play my best 11, and the game we've got coming up after this is Bournemouth in 6 days. So we're going to go with the same team. We're going to try and keep it going. Yes, there's an opportunity to rotate here. I understand that, and there aren't many of those. But how many times have you, and I'm talking to you at home right now, how many times have you decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rotate my 11 for a cup game. Then you get knocked out to inferior opposition. Shall I tell you how often it happens to me? Every season. So I'm not doing it this year. Not happening. Hull are in terrible form. We're going full strength. Oh, we are setting this up for failure. It's an East Coast derby. This will be good. They've got a corner within 5 minutes. And why am I apprehensive? Do you see the problems, viewers? Doesn't matter what team you play, apparently. We're 1-0 down. Set pieces are so broken. Someone's got to do something about this. There has to be an intervention. Although currently social media is having a meltdown about the fact that you don't have to rest players, or you should only rest players if Football Manager. Training, don't do it anymore. So more news on that as it develops. I wish there was news on Football Manager as it developed. Ooh. Sorry, that's true. So, of course, this is the team that have just put Leeds United of the Premier League to the sword. We're now playing a 15th best side in the Championship, and we find ourselves behind. Although Dybala's ball towards Mudryk is pretty good, Mitrovic decides not to jump in the centre, but gets the ball back now. It's a lovely ball on the outside towards Mudryk. Oh, players in the middle. Back post is open. There's Guimaraes. It hits him. Dybala loves a rebound. He probably should have finished that as well. It should be 1-1. See, this is one of those games away from home. We should be winning it. I don't like easily as well, shouldn't we? This shouldn't be happening. Baku into Rice. I mean, this is still a game we could probably win like 4 or 5-1 if we actually start putting, you know, the wheels in motion. As Mudryk, oh my God, Gillespie's had a mare. It's a wonderful effort from Mudryk to go for it from there, to make the keeper work. Always an explosive effort. But yeah, you've got to be unhappy if you're a Hull manager, fan, player, or family member of Gillespie, because he's let himself down there. I hope they're not here to watch. It's a really good effort from Mudryk, because again, it forces the keeper to do something, but oh my word, that's not good at all. It's 1-1. Hull back in the ascendancy though. Forward again, flicked in. Declan Rice is there to cover it off. Him at halfback, I'm still not completely sold on. Like, I'm still trying to get the most out of him at some point as it falls. And Koval, well, the first time we've seen him do anything in a Newcastle shirt in video form, I think, to be proud of, but that was good. I don't want to be in a position once again where we've got to score X amount of goals to really give ourselves a chance of winning, which, like, 1 I'm fine with, but more than that, again, the worry is there. We've brought the goalkeeper in now. I mean, target at left back becomes a target for transfer changes, and everything else is pretty settled. Of course, Nacho was a free transfer and very versatile, so bringing in another big centre-back next to him, you can see the power of Pau Torres in the last game. It might be something to be thinking about. As yeah, that was pretty underwhelming. Changes-wise, what would I do? We're going to put Dybala. We're going to really push him on. I'm back here on that side as well. And target. I do think in these types of games, you need to force weaker opposition into crumbling a little bit. So that is what we're going to do. Rice is going to just be a defensive midfielder now, push on a little further again. Because we're moving players in front of him further, we still want to keep them close together. I don't want to create too much separation. Advanced playmaker rather than deep lying for Guimaraes now. Front foot thinking. And let's see if we can sort of pummel Hull into oblivion, which sounds quite aggressive, actually. And the more I think about it, the more aggressive it sounds. Mudryk out on that side. It's Mudryk. Sorry, not Mudryk. I will get there. Nice little bit of control from him, though. He's won it back a couple of times. Played in. McAllister goes for it. It's headed back across. Mitrovic. Oh, Gillespie again. Doesn't cover himself in glory. Just covers himself in mud. And it's 2-1 Newcastle. Right, this is much better. This is you know, where we want to be with this team right now. As there's Pau Torres out towards target. Nice bit of control as he now drives forward with the ball. Finds Mudryk into the penalty area. 3 options, maybe 4 in the middle. Mitrovic is there. Oh my, he's got to score. I'm unbeaten sitting down, viewers. Maybe this is the future. Cheers. So I wasn't saying cheers wrongly. I meant as in, you know what I meant. Oscar's in though. Are we about to stand up? Oh, not quite. That was not award-winning, viewers. I feel like we're going to win a penalty. Just feels like one of those moments. You know what I mean? Guimaraes then onto the penalty area, edge of it. Rice is there. Again, pushed further forward. And Gillespie parries a shot wide of the goal in a turn up for the books. They've actually got boxes at Hull. Look at that. They've got actual, like, quite nice boxes for fans to sit in. Isn't that nice? I don't know if I've ever noticed those before. They must exist, but I don't think I've ever really noticed. Mitrovic is winning nothing aerially, by the way. He's been dominated in the air loads of times, but he's now running behind. Not necessarily a strong suit, as it's the worst goalkeeper performance of all time. Gillespie's fumbled. It's Mitrovic, and it's 3. And at this point, the highway to hell or Hull, Gillespie's on it. I've got a feel for him. Is he former Newcastle? Mitrovic runs forward. He might be, by the way. I mean, one of the worst bits of goalkeeping of all time. It's 3-1. Mark Gillespie? He is of Newcastle. I sold him to Hull. It's one of the first things I did. Oh, God. So, if anything, I manufactured this, which makes me more of a genius. I mean, I was right to sell him, obviously. McAllister plays it in towards the near post. Pau Torres, Gillespie. I mean, I'm going to start clapping him. Any saves he makes at this point, you've got to give him the credit. Although we are on our more dangerous side now. McAllister, we know where it's going. There's Pau Torres. Oh, my friend, he should have scored. A little bit of possession for Newcastle. Out to that side. There's targeting. We push the fullbacks on, remember. And it's forcing them back a little bit. Baku, if he can play the ball down the line, he can. There's Dybala. Lots of time, lots of space. Well, actually, played it inside to McAllister very unselfishly. It almost looked like a bad touch, but it's 4-1. 15 minutes to go. I think we're going through. We'll do the draw for the next round while we're here as well. I mean, I'm confidently assuming we're in it. So maybe I should calm down a bit. We've done that before. Do you know what, viewers? It's just nice to have a season that isn't completely about Arsenal Football Club. That's what I've really liked about this one. Oh my God, what are they doing? Mitrovic? Oh my God. It's an amazing finish from Mitrovic. But I mean, what have they done? I mean, we'll watch it again. I mean, you've all seen it, but Toffolo heads it away. And then these two, I don't know where to... it's a great goal. And Gillespie tries his best. Why is he making me laugh? I hope these goals aren't putting you off your questions, viewers. So yeah, keep them coming in. McAllister under it, finds Gamares across the Mudrich. If you can find the ball forward, we definitely should have made 5 changes. By the way, I mean I'm not unaware, but there's something I don't know if you're like this. Maybe I can't be alone in this. When my team's playing well, let them cook, viewers. Let them have a lovely Mitrovic on a 10. Yeah, we could save them from injury, but I'm enjoying watching this. And so, oh my God, Gillespie's turned into the best keeper in the world. Something's happened. Check his bottle. Something's in that drink of his. McAllister, Pau Torres. Oh, come on. We're better than that. They're not going to score, are they? I mean, we always do concede 2, so they've hit the bar. I'm in the back. Are we going to score a 6th? Dybala's in. It's a big chop. Now we're not even shooting at Gillespie, just miles wide. They're not going to, are they? Corner? Oh, my word. We are still, like, not great. Let's see if we can build this from the back. This would be a lovely highlight to round off the game. Start with the goalkeeper. Every player might get a touch here if it works out right. Into Pau Torres' feet. Out to Target. Target to Torres. Torres to Nacho. Nacho to Mudryk. Mudryk to Mudryk, Mitrovic, 6-1. It was a lovely goal. Let's face it, a really nice goal. I've ruined it by trying to make it, we're on the ball, but it's Anton Deck, isn't it? So it works on some levels. All right, then that's going to wrap it up. A 6-1 win. I think I said that we should be beating them, something like that. And we have. So that's good stuff. Let's do the draw then very quickly and find out who we're going to play in the next round. I think this season we'll make it more about the FA Cup, I think. The league is kind of looking after itself a little bit. Again, the Conference League, we should be winning it. But the Europa League, also the FA Cup, let's get involved. It's usually on the Monday, isn't it? So let's get to the Monday. Look how quick this saves. See that? Unbelievable. Give it up to the processing of Football Manager. Wow, I didn't think I'd be saying that this year. I've had 47 crash dumps this month. So here we are then. The draw for the 4th round. Who's doing it? Probably Roy Keane. It's always Roy Keane. Frank Lampard. That suggests he's probably not managing. He's not managing. Okay, we'll do this. I mean, I don't like the draws. I feel like they're quite long sometimes. But let's keep an eye out then for Newcastle. Basically, avoid Liverpool and avoid City. And did that just happen? Did that just happen in real life? Real time? You saw that, didn't you? You saw that. Okay, well, we're avoiding those 2. I think probably Fulham is a likely place for us to play against. Fulham? Oh, imagine it. Tottenham. All right, we're close enough. A pretty tough game by all accounts, and that's what we'll bring you next time then. We'll advance to the end of the draw. Tottenham on the 10th of February, so that's when I'll see you next. Transfer-wise, I've got to be honest, I don't think we're going to do all that much, but we've got Tottenham and Chelsea. That seems like a really good episode next time around, and it'll be tomorrow, Saturday. I don't exactly know what time, but just keep an eye on your YouTube pages. I sound so old. I'll see you next time, viewers. We love with caring from me, DoctorBenjy. Thank you for watching. Get your questions in, and we'll have a video again next week at some point where I answer all of the good questions and ignore the ones that aren't very good. So no pressure.